Hi, so I'm starting this channel. I'm going to be doing my makeup and telling all my wonderful stories. Well, not all of them are wonderful. I've been through some shit, so here we go. I'm going to prime my face, and why I do this, I'm going to tell you about what I've been through. So, basically started off when I was 5. My father killed my mother, yes, and left me with her. I still can remember the color of her skin. And somehow he got away with it. He got away with raping me. He got away with everything. And disappeared out of my life. Well, years later he calls back. He tries telling me he had homicide take my mother up to prove he didn't do it. Don't believe it. And I never will. I don't know if he's alive, what he's doing. I don't care. But that's one of the bad stories. But I've had some really good stories too. One time I went to Vegas and I met Carrie Hart, and Pink is my all-time favorite singer. And I ran up to Carrie Hart, and the first thing I said was, "Can I smell your fingers?" I was super drunk. It was super stupid, but wish I could have said, like, "Hey, can I meet your wife?" But I didn't. But I got some hood stories, I got some bad stories. The last place I had SWAT hit twice. So it took me 3 years to find a home. And me and my girlfriend, we lived in a van, literally. And we finally made it and got us a home. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. And, it's embarrassing to talk about. But she loved my son so much, she would go and degrade herself and panhandle. So we would have money that day to take him out, go do something with him. And another thing about that is I love my son. And I messed up when I was younger. His father's dead. And having a problem with getting him back. Finally got a house. Pretty stable. I'd be able to make it. And I guess they don't think I'm ready to have him. I don't know. I really don't want to get into that. These eyebrows are just totally messed up. It's like, where are they at? So that's another story. When we was living in the van, we went through a whole bunch. Me and my girlfriend have a big heart, and we tried to help people. And it would be, end up there, I guess meth is really big here. When I was using, it was something else, and it was not that. But I guess it's really big here now. And we would try to help people out, fall for their stories, believe everything they said. And we got robbed. My girlfriend almost got raped. We do smoke weed, and he offered to smoke weed with us. And I just wasn't feel like smoking that, so I wasn't smoking too much that day. Just didn't feel like it. Wasn't in the mood. Anyways, he had to lace it because my girlfriend was just passed out. And he's a really big guy, really big. And he's over her. And talking about he's about to have sex with her. And I had a knife in my hand, and I didn't know if I should try to stab him, or I didn't know what to do, because what if he could overpower me? So I just go, I got $60 in my account. I'll give it all to you if you let's just go to the gas station, let's go. And he fell for it, and we threatened to call the cops. I ran in the store, and then he ran. But it was so scary. So scary. My girlfriend almost died in a fire, and now his insurance company is suing her. They've already garnished her taxes, which is crazy. But yeah. And so now we're dealing with that and the virus. I can't work because I have epilepsy, unfortunately. It's taken over my whole life. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to become somebody. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to have a career. And it's held me back. And I think that's why I kind of messed up my life. I was a young woman. I got emancipated at 16. And I just dipped out. Thought I knew it all. Moved to Arizona. Well, I kept him with 2 girls. Partying. So my angry ass. Where are those lashes? I would be so upset. Dang it, maybe I'll find him later. I found him. Great. Anyways. But so, yeah, at 15 I thought I knew it all. And nobody could tell me different. Nobody. And I was so mean to my poor grandma. My grandpa died when I was 13. And that was it right there. like, my life ended. There was something about my grandpa that just made me want to make him proud. Yeah. He wasn't there. I ended up moving with my sister. She let me go buck wild. So, and then my grandma was just like, well, I have no control over her. I'll sign the rights over. So I got emancipated. On my way to Arizona, the taxi driver, because the person that I was going with, he wanted to take a little nap. So the person I was going with, he's passed out. And so the taxi driver's like, well, if you let me stop here, I'll give you a free ride. I'm like, alright, cool. Save me some money. Because I think I only had like $600 to travel to a brand new state. And I was like, alright, great, let's do it. And he was in there for like hours and hours. And this is when Nextel was out. And I kept chirping him. Finally, he's up. So I go in there to get the guy. There's this humongous, like, the dude from the Green Mile. And he was like, you're mine now. And I'm gonna turn you into a crackhead. And he was about to have sex with me, and thankfully I had a seizure. And I guess I bit his finger, and it really pissed him off. So first they had me in the basement where all the girls were smoking crack and making their dates and stuff. And this one girl looked at me and said, you're never gonna get out. And I said, is there a phone anywhere? She said, your best luck is there's one upstairs. You gotta sneak up there. And I did. SWAT had to come get me. So then after that I went to the Greyhound. Well, I got the person finally. Went to the Greyhound, left my poor grandma with SWAT. And I feel so bad for leaving my grandma like that. But I did. And I went to Arizona, lived there. Probably not even a month. Because I got a job. I was trying to make things work. He had a place set up for us to live and everything. And